on you. 3, 2. Wish we had the.
No, too late. Then eventually down the road, let's get where we have a bunch of presets.
Yeah.
Ready to go? We're live! We're here! We're on! The Mr. Clean Live. Clean Live is what it is. And we're here live. No titles. Technical difficulties. But we're here. And that's what it's all about. Now, we want callers to call in. Call in. Where's the titles? Where's the titles? 272-0319. Call now. We're going to talk about spirituality. We're going to talk about what you want to see on the real Mr. Clean Show. The Mr. Clean Show. This is just called Clean Live. Everything you want to see on the Mr. Clean Show. This one we're going to talk about song, dance. We're going to talk about politics. We're going to talk about... Oh, this Friday I'm going to film at the Sacred Root Kava Lounge. We're going to do a segment on poetry reading. I might give you a sample of these cool poems that I wrote myself. Yes! Everything you want to see. I didn't get a chance to do much poetry on the show. But if you want to talk about politics or spirituality or what you want to see on the show, the real show, this is just a live call-in show that we'll be doing just one broadcast each week from now until eternity, 8:30 to 9. Tuesday nights, call in. Wait, what was that? Ooh, wrong camera. What was that? Tuesday what?
Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights, 8:30 to 9. 272-0319.
Call in now. This is my master technician, Kevin, and he will also be coming more into the role of co-host as well. But right now he's going to do a lot of
Playbacks
and setting up videos. In fact, while we pull ourselves together since we had those technical difficulties, let's play the Congo Clean clip if you want to, and when you're ready to. The greatest show on earth. Tune in, Channel 13.
You turn it off a little bit down. It connects to that camera. When I have it on like this, I'll get this. Like that is on.
Hopefully, yes, we're back. Only this time, we're here for real. The Mr. Clean Live. No, this is Clean Live. This isn't the Mr. Clean Show. But that was a little clip that we did last season. Kevin wasn't even, he came in later in the season. Now this is a completely different show. Call in. Where's my calls? Come on, people, call in. I called at least a dozen friends to say, call in. We need calls. Maybe the phone isn't even hooked up. Yeah, I got a dial tone, so.
272-0319.
Yeah, 272-0319. Call in and tell, say, talk, do something, please. Come on. I called several people to call in, and then what are they, all asleep at the switch or something?
Tell them how you need their calls. We need your calls like a vampire needs blood here. Come on now.
I don't really like that analogy, but yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like a pig needs shit. That's what we need. Oh, the beauty of cable access is you could say any fucking thing you want.
So call up.
Yeah, you could call in and talk and freely. Free speech. The whole FCC thing was completely
Chris, tell 'em about this,
absurd.
You
I don't really know about it, but this is a thing where they're killing people over in Africa. You're the one that knows about it. Go.
Well, the tribe, the Nuba people, they are not in the news. Of course, you only hear about the other stuff, atrocities and stuff. There's atrocities everywhere, but these people are being slaughtered right now as we are partying down in the holiday season. But it's something, we'll discuss it further in the thing. I just have to do more research. Me and Chris and I will do more research and fill you in, but this is a very terrible thing that's not in any of the news. I just became aware of this yesterday from a gentleman who was handing out coffee and trying to inform the populace about this atrocity. It's really just saddens my heart. But Chris, something to think about, folks.
Okay, maybe we can get that guy on. Work to get him on,
Yeah.
and we'll interview him, or you can interview him or something.
Yeah.
So this Friday, the Sacred Root Kava Lounge, I'll be doing poetry reading. Come on down. I think it's Friday at 7. Kevin's going to be there filming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be doing my dramatic poetry reading. One of the sample poems is a poem about kitty cats.
Oh.
I wrote this myself. Fur friends. Soft silkiness that covers their backs. They need even a blanket to make a nest to relax. Sly snake eyes in the heat of the sun, or playful soulful eyes when the working day is done. Helpless abandon as they lay with you in bed. A commanding meow as they wish to be fed. Rhythmic warm purr on a cold winter's day. Flipping and pawing in the midst of their play. Howling and scowling when it's time for a bath. Snagging arms flesh, the result of their wrath. Fastidious cleaning of their claws and their jowls. A midnight concerto of roaming ghost cat howls. Ravenous fur pups, gorging then licking their dish. They jump up in your lap with a cat food kiss. Guarding wise countenance of a watchful sphinx. A switch of the tail and a loving cat wink. That's Fur Friends. Kitty cat fur friend thing going on. Yes, that's just a sample. And then I've got, so that was kind of a cute, nice poem. And then I've got a whole myriad of different wild poetry too. And it'll be this whole, and there'll be we're going to film other poetry artists that will be there. Assuming they're even going with it, because I posted a thing on Facebook asking, do you have this poetry reading every time, and are you going to allow us to film? And they never got back to me. So if they don't get back to me, and there's no poetry reading, and I don't perform, then boycott the fucking place. If not, if they do, then come down and listen to it. It's going to be great, I tell you. I don't know if you go with the kava stuff. It kind of is like numbing, and I'm clean and sober now, and I don't really want to do mind-altering substances. But Kevin's going to swig down a whole bunch of kava
Give it a shot,
stuff.
baby.
And then, wrong camera. Kevin's going to suck down a whole bunch of kava things, get all like numb and wild. I guess if you take a lot of it, it could really trip you out.
Well, they say it's bad for your liver. I mean, if you do a lot of it. So I'm not going to be stupid.
Yes! I don't really need anything, I'll tell you. I actually like mellow down when I smoke pot or drink or whatever. That actually takes the strength and energy out of me, and then I get like really all mellow and stupid like everybody else. But if I don't, then I'm like Mr. Clean. I've been working out so I could gain the Mr. Clean title back again because I got all out of shape and got all sick and stuff for a while. But now I'm back. Mr. Clean here. Within several months, I'll be huge. Now, what should we do? Oh, but get ready to play the Hotter Than Hell clip. This is from the past year's show. We did Hotter Than Hell, and it was rocking. In the meantime, I will do, while he cues that up, I will do a very small poem that I wrote years ago while I attended Binghamton University. Far away upon a star, little lonely things we are. Far below the aqueous waves, little lonely things we are. Hitherto, me and you, little lonely things we are. So that was one little short poem. Are we ready for the Hotter Than Hell clip? Yes, now, he had some technical difficulties there. He was supposed to play Hotter Than Hell, but he didn't. It's got to go wherever that disc is. It's got to go in the other thing. Okay, ditch it. It's no good, man. No Hotter Than Hell. Now I will read one more poem. Hey, where the heck is all my calls? I called my friend Ed. He was supposed to call in. He doesn't really have a TV, so he can't really see what's going on. I called...
Oh, I wasn't standing up. It's like dead there. Finally, he's back on. We finally got it back on. He's just ditch all the technical elements, unless you can figure it out here, brother. Sorry. There's one thing you got to watch out for that Michael Angley learned is that he used to. Oh, good, we've got a call. All right. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, I'm Shannon.
Oh, now we need to raise. I'm hoping that's coming over the. I'm not sure that I can hear you.
Oh, I wasn't standing up. but mine has an extra. It was actually my nickname or street name before. And we're looking for the Hotter Than Hell clip. But don't ever go. Always look to see what's in that frame. If you see blank airspace, then ditch whatever you're doing.
Gotcha.
All right, brother. Now, please, we need another caller.
We want
I heard
calls.
a beautiful call voice, but I could just barely hear it. Lauren, in the control room, is there any way to get when the caller calls to have the call? Oh, I wasn't standing
everything you want to see. The universe, Ithaca, everything. All right, here it's supposed to be playing intro music, and it's going great, man. For my show, I do this television show. Song, dance. Everything you want to see.
Background.
Shut all that up.
And just took it all over.
Yeah,
So,
shut everything down. Is it now?
You need to have somebody live listening to what's going out over the radio waves.
Yeah, Lauren's supposed to be in the control room kind of helping us out a little bit. So
Yeah.
ditch all the other technical aspects. How's it going now?
I don't know. I don't have the sound on.
Oh.
But I see you talking, but it doesn't look like you're talking to me.
Are you registering
Oh,
on
yes,
the sound?
you are. I'm sorry.
Turn
I am
your
hearing
sound up.
my voice now coming over the TV.
You do? Good.
Yeah. So it looks like we're doing all right.
Excellent. So do you have any questions or statements or?
Yeah. I watched a few of your shows, not that many, unfortunately. But I was wondering what your motivation is for what you do. Do you have a message you're trying to get across, or are you just a conduit for a person calling in to say something, not only on this show, but also on your standard Mr. Clean show?
Well, the live clean show is, the original idea is have people call in and tell what they want to see on the actual Mr. Clean show. But also I thought I could talk about politics or whatever and then have guests on as well, so it wouldn't just be a boring type thing. My motivation is I have the inspiration to do something to do with voice, like it's coming to me spiritually, not from some ghost or some kind of weird thing like that, but just from the inner light of guidance, is that I had the motivation of I'm supposed to do something with my voice, and so I'm doing a lot of singing, and then I was also supposed to do something with acting eventually. So then when I came to town 10 years ago, I tried volunteering at all the theaters. Hangar Theater actually charges you to volunteer there.
Not anymore. They have a very good ushering program.
Yeah, but you have to pay?
No.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Or when I
don't.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, good. But
No,
anyway, there was no acting
production for
opportunities
free.
there. The whole reason I was volunteering is to kind of help out.
Yeah.
And then there was no way. They just hire performers to come in. So then I tried the State Theater, and they don't produce any plays there. Then I
Not
went
very
to the Kitchen
many, no.
Theater. Started in somebody's kitchen, and... Sorry, I'm looking at the phone. I gotta remember. Look here. It started in somebody's kitchen, and it was supposed to be all local actors and all that. But no, we only hire professional actors from New York. And so I busted I have a spinal injury, and I threw that all out, bringing in seats in their old location, trying to help them out, and still thinking that, okay, then when I audition for a part, it's the guy that actually helped us set up this whole thing and does ushering and does all kinds of volunteer mailing. He will get a little bit extra edge to get a good part. No, we only hire professional actors from New York. So then I found out I heard these guys talking about, several people talking about Michael Angley's show. And, oh, we hate that guy. Oh, can you believe what he said? Blah, 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 blah.
but yet they were
Yeah.
spending all their whole energies, even though they were saying they hated him and they didn't like what he was saying, they were spending their whole energy about. So I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Oh, there's a cable access. Really? There's cable access here in Ithaca? Wow, that would do voice. I could do voice. I could do acting. I
Yep.
could do whatever.
And there you are. Right in front of us.
All right. Now, is your voice coming in very well?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to be a little bit loud at
Oh,
this end, and
good. Because
hoping
we're
you
having
can
a little
hear.
technical difficulty with picking up. I think it's actually a separate mic, but we've got to really do some training here.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So-
this is your first one, right?
This is actually the second one, but this
So
was like an impromptu thing. There was a tape show that was supposed to go in here, so
Yeah.
we didn't get this time slot. So he called like the last minute and said, "Oh, okay, you can have my spot," but he was supposed to do it like 2 weeks ago. So, but anyway, next week will be more planned. So from now until eternity, every Tuesday between 8:30 and 9 will be this Clean Live show.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, let me put in one plug here for something that interests me and might interest some of your viewers, and that's climate change or global warming.
Yes.
And recently, a science advisor to the president came on and said, if you've got any questions about, the science behind global warming, because he's a scientist, send them to me, call in. And, I tried to do that. I'll tell you my question in a minute. But I never could get through to him or figure out how to get a question to him. But my question would have been, I'm a scientist, so I don't need to talk about the science of climate change and so on. I know it's happening. I know why it's happening, et cetera, et cetera. But what I would ask is, why do we have roughly 50% of the population that see it going on around them, but yet deny it? Who's paying them? What's their gain? What's their profit? I believe in it because I know it's real. I see it as a scientist. I don't gain anything from believing it. But if I disbelieve it and I become one of the people that's denying it, why am I doing that? What's my purpose? What do I get out of it? Where do I get this extra $100 a week to not believe in it? Somebody's got to be paying for this, because there's no other reason to just say, it's just a bunch of scientists making it up, it's a conspiracy, and after all, you got 99 scientists that believe it and one that doesn't, and that's a 50-50 distribution, etc. You hear all this, but what's their real motivation? Where are they coming from? I don't have an answer, but I have a question.
I do. It's I think it's like a spiritual sickness. It's like something they can't grasp. They like are afraid. In deep down inside, they know it's true, and they know that we're causing it by our use of fossil fuels and just wasting everything. And so they want to believe. No, they want to like turn away from it and pretend like I remember Rush Limbaugh saying a thing. Well, one volcano eruption will release more ozone depleting gas than all the Industrial Revolution combined. And that was clearly bullshit, but people that were listening bought into it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we all know Rush Limbaugh is coming from an eminent science background.
Yeah.
Drugs, anyway, if nothing else. Gives you great insight into what's going on.
His science experiment was the experiment with painkillers, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oxycontin, good stuff.
I guess he started out as just a college DJ.
Yeah.
And then he
Been
would do
around for
little
a while.
commentaries in between his playing music, and then that kind of took on a life of its own.
Of course, God is punishing him by making him deaf, so he can't hear anything. But somehow he doesn't get the message. He keeps on going.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of what he says is just he's blind, deaf, and dumb. But once in a while, he make a good point about something. But
Yeah.
But
We're
yeah,
talking
so I
about-
think it's like it's like a collective consciousness thing where people want to believe that they're not, they're driving, like I will be along the road and each car has one person in it. And a couple times I've actually been hitchhiking. Come on, give me a ride, please.
Yeah.
And then they drive by. In Ithaca, actually, once you get closer to Ithaca, people will pick you up more. But like out in Lansing, it's like kind of conservative, and like people will be driving by and almost like swerve towards you because you're actually walking and you might need a ride. And
One less person on the road, huh?
Yeah, yeah. But one person in each car, and they're probably rushing to get to the gym so they can work out on a treadmill.
I call it the white knuckle fever.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that-
Chris, I'm going to let you go here because you might have another person calling in. There's a few minutes left. So
Well, thank you
I
very
wish
much, my
luck
friend. Thank you for calling
with
in.
your
Sorry about the
show,
technical
and nice
difficulties.
chatting with you. And I'll call again sometime if I get the chance.
Excellent. Thank you
Yep.
very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, there we have an excellent caller that came up with good. That's what I want to get going. Is like he had some information about the environment that he wanted to talk about, and he had some cool input about the show and interactions. And so it's what you want. We want to make it what you want. If there's a particular issue, like there was the whole murder thing this week, I don't think I'll get into that. But if that's something you want to hear about and talk about, call in and talk about it. It looks like we have our thing working where
Thank goodness.
people can listen. So if that other caller wants to call back, we still have a few minutes. Again, I'll be at the Cava Lounge on, where the hell is that? It's on here. Will you read it? Yeah.
Yeah. The address is 139 West State Street, Ithaca, New York. Telephone number of the Cava place is called Sacred Root, 607-272-KAVA.
So if it's supposed to be Friday night at
Free
7
Wi-Fi.
o'clock. Friday night at 7 o'clock. Yeah, they have free Wi-Fi.
So there you go.
And the poetry reading. So if I'm there performing poetry, support their business. If they don't have it and they don't allow a film crew in, screw them. Don't support them. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
if they're
That's
having a reading, then this would
Huh?
if they're having a poetry reading and we're there with cameras,
then they're good. If they're not, then they're assholes.
and only would encourage other people to come there if there was on TV. Don't you think?
Yeah, yeah. But that won't be a live feed. You could come there and be there live, and then it'll be like on next week's show. Oh, yeah, that's what I want to say. The Mr. Clean Show is back. So Wednesday at 11:30, then that's the premiere show for each week. That's the new show. And then it airs at 10 o'clock on Friday, and then 4 o'clock on Sunday, and then 10 o'clock on Tuesday. These are all PM times. So then the new show.
When is the very first Mr. Clean show going to be? This Wednesday or?
Is this Wednesday. It's
This
coming back with
Wednesday,
show
for
number
sure.
50. I've had this hiatus where I almost died, and but now I'm back with superhuman strength. I'm working out, and I'm and this is just the beginning. But within 6 months, you'll see that I'm like really in great shape, and we'll have.